Hello, we are going to jump just kind of straight into things today because, oh boy, am I in pain. Um, ooh. So just a little personal update. I, it's a very funny story actually. Essentially, um, I have just become harmed it was actually kind of funny how it happened. Um, actually haha funny, but now it's not. Presently, it just kind of sucks. Oh, hold on, I have to go close that. Ah, doors. We always forget about doors. Okay, door situation has been handled quite well, I might add. If I could brag, I think the door situation was dealt with pretty outstandingly. Cool. Now I can see everything. Okay. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected, and will be very effective as a door curtain. Oh wait, is that what they were building? Oh, that's actually kind of cool. That is very cool. Looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Ah, thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. Ah, that's right. One of the items Yuri had asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us? 6 what? Ah, 6 cups. Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. Fill the cups too much, it will be too diluted. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. I don't actually know what that is. That is a new thing for me. Hey games, I am in varying levels of discomfort and mild pain at the moment. Aside from that, I'm actually doing pretty well. I might have more of an echo than normal. I am in a different space, kind of seeing how it works for shooting. Yeah, aside from all the various things, I'm doing pretty well. How are you? Oh, my brain just stopped working. I'm on a plate to catch any paint that drips, then bring it back to my room. Yuri? Yes? I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, putting it back over her arm. Oh no! Oh no, not this again. Ah, nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? Ah, no, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me, takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cup. So, I thought we would do something simple that would look very nice. You Danganronpa again. Oh, talking about that one that was announced at something recently that I've forgotten the name of, but definitely would recognize. Oh gosh, I would have to go back and find the name, but I am absolutely interested in getting that game. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner. Oh, Danganronpa S. I actually have that on the Switch. I actually don't know if it's out. I have it on Switch. I actually haven't played it, which is funny. I haven't played my Switch a lot over the last year. Yeah, I have it, I just haven't played it. Although I'm very excited to get the time to. I might actually today, instead of doing other things, because my, arm is so screwed up. What's her voice? Oh yeah. Starting with the colors for a sunrise, then daytime, then sunset, and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. That doesn't sound simple. Sounds quite involved. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Ah, neat. What are you going to write? Well, it'll be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. Yuri is the scariest out of all of them. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. My eyes. Kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. Ah. I'm sorry if this feels too childish. No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah. You ever heard of Idle Manager? I've heard of Idle Manager. I don't know anything about it. It is just like, a friend of mine, he like mentioned it, and I think like a streamer or two that I followed streamed it, although I didn't watch. Yeah, I don't know anything about the game though. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for thinking to it. For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like when I can spend time with one other person. Even if it's something simple, like reading. It doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes things feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an uneven. But I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Instant concussion! Sorry. Yuri reels back, and I quickly lift my hands up in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. It just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. Quickly. You don't have much time. Both staged a stage 7 cranial abrasion. We rush to the nearest emergency room. Not your fault. Your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Oh, sweet mother. No. 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 This better not be going where I think it's going. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out, fetch a small towel, then I dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel back in front of her. Oh, this is... I think better than what I was... I don't even know what I was worried about. Here. I mean, this is still weird. This is still incredibly weird. You know, whatever. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Ah. Is something wrong? It's hot. I just didn't expect it. Oh, that was a reaction. I catch that. Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand. Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Yeah, who? Who could have seen that coming? Not me. I didn't see that coming. I have F1 minute. Construction Simulator, Skull and Bones, and 9 download. Wait. Oh, you pre-ordered Skull and Bones? I did actually hear about that game, and I saw the trailer. It looked very interesting. I'm not sure... I'm not going to pre-order it, that's for certain. I want to wait to see if people actually like the game. Because I'm a big fan of the pirate, like the open world pirate game genre. I love Sea of Thieves so much. It is one of my favorite games of all time. And this just kind of seemed like Ubisoft's take on Sea of Thieves, which isn't a bad thing. And like, it was a very interesting gameplay demo they had. That looked like it had potential. But I don't know. I was still kind of iffy on it. I'm gonna wait to see what more stuff comes out for it, and you know, what people who actually played it say, and then we'll see what happens. I'm certain that my brain just stopped working. I am certain that the game is at least going to be good. If I do get Skull and Bones, would I want to play together? Oh yeah, probably. Like, I very much enjoy playing games with people. And if I did end up getting Skull and Bones, I would absolutely play it with you. It's an intense expression that I recognize. Reads your books. Oh gosh. I was like half paying attention to this while I was talking about the pirate game. Now I'm like, yeah. Fear. No, you don't have to be so... It's fine. We must just get through this scene. The aroma of the jasmine oil giving me this... Ah, I forgot they were burning oil. Oh, she's still... Oh! I didn't notice... Hold on. How do I make that go? I check controls. Where are the controls? I can't find them. Maybe in settings? Well, no, I'm in settings. Yeah, no, guess it's just not there. Cool. It does not matter. Enable content. No. No, leave that off. Yeah, cool. I'm gonna get jump scared. I want to be jump scared naturally. Yeah. Moving on from this way too intimate scene for high school. Suddenly her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry, I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. Didn't mean to space out. I mean, I will say nothing. It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. Not as soon as it began. There was a whole space of seconds. Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. Leave. Leave so she can work. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I mean, don't do that. Hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's. Hesitantly. That's a funny word. That should do it. I finished filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you gonna add the lettering now? Ah, not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true, but won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here, then have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Oh no. Oh wait. That okay? That's totally fine. I could not remember when all the bad things started happening, and now I do. Now I am quite certain that I remember what's happening. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Phew. Nope. You say that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? Ah, no, it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done. Oh gosh. Chairs falling apart beneath me. I would rather not take another tumble today. I'm just glad we managed to get everything done. Everything done, yeah. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. Ah, so you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping we would have extra time after finishing work. Hey, hey Kevin, would you like me to remind you what happened directly before this? You have something else to deal with. Well... Yuri thinks to herself. I think it would be too irresponsible of me to wait much longer. Correct. What? I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. Oh, wait. Did they switch to Kevin? Nope. My fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. I can't speak. English is probably not. And the important thing is that we got everything done, right? Yeah. So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounded like she rarely gets to the It sounded like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. That doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. I mean, she is part of a club where the entire thing they do is hang out in a relaxed environment, but okay. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem. I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then, Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, I kind of say that without thinking. About today, it's fine that we have as much time as we wanted. Because we can do this again. Shut up. Whenever you want, you can come over, or we can go out somewhere. Oh, I forgot you don't like going out much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so you're very thoughtful. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. Oh, she's so close. I kind of like that about you. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? Disengage, run. The aspect ratio has increased. He's too large. But I don't even get a chance to, as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Yeah, her! Sayori! Hey! Ah, hi, Kevin. Sayori. Just now, we weren't... Laughing noise. I will not make. It's okay, Kevin. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. I hate Kevin so much. I hate him so much. He's the worst person. Oh, really? I forgot what voice I gave. That's too bad. I'm sorry. But we'll all be together at the festival tonight, so that's fine, right? Of course! Sayori beams. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Yuri waves goodbye after her. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri. And how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Kevin? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Kevin. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monika was right. I should just... Monika? Monika was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. But even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm gonna be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But... Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Kevin. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? Monika. I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori. It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Kevin, I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And... That's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my dance down... I can't speak. I slide my hand down her arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give you. A hug? Oh gosh. Oh no. Oh! I mean, we know what we're picking, but I'm more so upset that this is where the bad things start to happen. Love you. What? Those are my true feelings. So, there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner. But spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, it helped me realize that you are truly the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens. As long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side, then I know we'll both be happy. Kevin. Why did I name him Kevin? Ugh. Hate it. Suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms tightly around. Kevin, is this really okay? Yeah. I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her closer. You'll never have to let go of me again. I love you, Kevin. I want to be with you forever. Me too. How did I name him Kevin? Oh my gosh. Hate it. Every time I say Kevin. Oh, I also hate this room. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little. What is this? Sayori? I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why? Even now. Why won't the rain clouds go? They're not going away at all, Kevin. It's okay, Sayori. Might take some time for things to get better again. But no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. It's all that matters right now. Okay. I trust you. Sayori and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh? What are you saying? I want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it always has been. Even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I could handle anything else right now. It's really new and scary to me. I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best. Hey, Kevin? Sayori gazes at me once again, smiling sad. Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me. Right? Huh? I don't really understand what Sayori means by that. You saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. It felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me you love me, but that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me. Yeah, you. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her and she loves me, but I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feeling as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know. But I know that I'll give it everything I've got. She's the most important thing to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. End credits, and now we enter the real game. It's the day of the festival. Oh dear. Hello, LP Crowbar Fan 123. How are you doing today? All days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Say, oh gosh. Oh, hold on. I realized that I forgot to do something very important, which I will do right now. There is a small toggle that you are supposed to do on Twitch whenever something is like spooky or bad or all of those things. Hold on. Let me just find that little important button. Does it not exist? Because I'm live? Oh dear. Well, a shame. Hope. Um, hmm. Uh, uh, oh no. Well, that's fine. There's nothing I can do. Now, I'm just going to say, for those of you who may be watching, are easily disturbed or triggered by things. Oh, there's the button. This is where the game goes from cutesy to horrifying. So, cutesy, beware. That is the obligatory content warning. Yay, content warning. Um, and now we enter into the depths of the. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently roll it up to take it with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything. I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Oh, my back. The part of the brain that handles fear of anticipation. You know, Alfred Hitchcock talked about this. I think it's like the difference between suspense and shock. It's, if you put a bomb under a table and it goes off, that's shock. But it's not like fear. Whereas if you put a bomb under a table, you tell the audience that there is a bomb under the table and it will go off in a certain amount of time, that creates suspense, which is what you want, because that's the that is, I forget the exact quote. Let me see if I can find the exact quote actually. Oh, this would be so great if I could have the two monitors for this. Make my life so much easier. Alfred Hitchcock suspense quote. Do 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 do. Where is it? It's a very long like quote. Essentially, here's a smaller quote that kind of like sums it up. There is no terror in the bang, that is the going off of the bomb. There's terror in the anticipation of it. And that's what's happening to me right now, and anyone else who knows how this game works, or doesn't, and is just hearing me ramble about how it's terrifying, and was suddenly bumped off of the stream. I put up content warning. We are entering the dark zone. Monica's placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. Those two like lines. I love how different they are. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems were prepared. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. Wow. Hack. Hack. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on days this important, she'd try a little harder. Say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me. I suddenly feel awful, knowing it's not nearly that simple. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking, but maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all? You should take a little responsibility for her, Kevin. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. Kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Monica's a great villain, by the way. Monica's an amazing change. Monica, you know about that? course I do. I'm the club president after all. For those of you watching, just to make this slightly less comfortable for you, notice how her eyes look straight through your camera at you. Wherever you go, follow. Enjoy that. But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone. Geez, you don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. Probably know a lot more than you think. Eh? Monica is being friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill run down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. Hey. Oh, wow, I baffled that. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem was neatly printed on one page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones they'd performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Hey! Heyo! Here we go. It is just get out of my head repeatedly. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Before I listen to everything she said to me. Before I show you how much I love you. Before I finish writing this poem. Well, a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. Oh gosh! This poem is so much darker than I thought it was. Oh! No! Ah, what is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Oh gosh, the color palette of the background is changing. Kevin? What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go get Sayori, so... well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself! Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. Oh, gosh. Again. For all those watching. Continue at your own risk. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they had always been. That's all she needs, and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleep. I swallow. Final warning. Those of you who are easily disturbed, I recommend closing your eyes or turning away. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house? That really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. Response. I really didn't want to have to enter a room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Ugh! Okay. Despite knowing this was coming, that hit me a little harder. Oh gosh. An exception has occurred. File grain script line 7c traceback.txt for details. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. That Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told her I would be there. I said I know what's best, that everything would be okay. Then, why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her? I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what she needed at all. And told me how painful it is for others to care about her. And why did I confess and make her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her like it had always been, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club, screw the festival, I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. Gone. Forever. Nothing I do can bring her back. Isn't some game where I can reset and try something different? I had only chance and I wasn't careful enough. Now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. I couldn't do what she needed from me. Now, I can never take it back. Ever. 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 End. Well, the game is not over. Notice, ladies and gentlemen, how things have changed. Oh, it's like a mishmash of the other three. That's interesting. I've never actually had the opportunity to study this little mosaic here. Do 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 do. Oh, but there's like small traces if you look really... Nope, that's wrong. Okay, let's just continue, shall we? File error. Characters sayori.chr. The file is missing a corrupt. Save file is corrupt, starting a new game. Oh dear. And now we enter the game part of the game. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let catch up to me. Game broken. It's an ordinary school day, like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there'd be any girls in it anyway. Perfectly average, nobody loser protagonist. How convenient. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Kevin? Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Ah, yeah, it has. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. She was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, well, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. Wait, what? A literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of... dull? How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga's literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. Besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monika say she? Hey, Kevin? By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monika? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Awesome! You're really sweet, Kevin, you know that? Nah, he's kind of dull. Bitter. I hate him. A burning passion. It's nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. Red flag. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Monika, her irresistible smile. I dejectedly follow Monika across the school and upstairs. A section of the school I rarely visit. Monika, full of energy, swings open the class door. I'm back! And I brought a guest with me! What on, huh? I literally blinked and then that happened, but I heard the noise. Eh? A guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. Oh gosh, there goes the microphone. Come back. Okay, cool. But anyway, welcome to the club, Kevin. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So, let me guess. You're Monika's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So, I ran into Kevin in a classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monika! Ew. If this gets knocked over again, I don't know. Blew it to the box or something. We've knocked it over twice! Ow, my arm. Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to Well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Kevin? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monika and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monika. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, that much more important. I'm confident that we can really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Kevin, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? Spoke without thinking after seeing her sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh? Why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back! Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. Oh, hush. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Question mark? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Kevin? Hold on, there's still one problem. Well, what's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind. I never said I would join. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All three of them stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought, Girls exchange glances before Monika turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Kevin. Thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4, and I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against them. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. If writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with... I'm not reading that out loud. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Kevin? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. Kevin, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Kevin, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Oh gosh, those eyes are... just track you as you move. Terrifying. Yeah. I really impressed the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. Ow, 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 pain. Ooh. I think we are probably going to wrap up sooner than I intended just because, I am in enough physical pain that I want to be out of this position before it becomes an actual problem. So we'll keep going for a little bit longer, but we are going to wrap up pretty soon. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Oh, whoop. Oop, what happened? What's going on? Come back. No breaking. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of them. Alright. I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. You've unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Of course I would. Dream. I was staying over at my friend's place. There were 4 of us. I drifted off to sleep while everyone was talking and watching TV. In my dream, I was still at my friend's house. The only difference was that there were nails sticking out of the walls everywhere. And there was also someone I didn't recognize. The person I didn't recognize told a joke, and everyone laughed. I woke up to the sound of everyone laughing at something that happened on the TV. So the laughing was not part of the dream, it was just the noise that woke me up. I wonder who that person was, and how they knew to tell a joke at that moment. Ooh, that's... Oh gosh, I love this. That was so cool. I'm sorry. I was like... There was so much... Wait. Bug. There was like a layer of depth to that. I was so... It was so cool. It was so interesting. Just kind of got me... Just kind of locked me into it. I was like, wow, that was really cool. Also, this is so much easier when there's only 2 of them. 3 really is the magic number for variety. Well, oh, here we go. I was about to say, all of these seem like Yuri words. Sunset. Music. Joy. Wrong one. Dream. Okay, cool. Boink. If you couldn't tell, this is going to be a Natsuki run in the Dark Timeline. Although I don't actually remember if it matters which one you go for in, this. Maybe it does. I don't know. Do 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 do. Do. Ow. Hey. Hi again, Kevin. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Oh! Ah! Ugh, I don't know why that freaked me out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Kevin. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. That was slightly less terrifying because I saw it out of the corner of my eye, but hey. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monika. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Excuse me, I was trying to read. She said something about Natsuki having a big mouth. Like, Monika? Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. But wait, but why? Can I, like, pull that up in the thing? Ah, yes I can. Natsuki, the big mouth someone who keeps her manga collection. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her. No, stand your ground. Die on that hill. Oh, the music just changed. I'm sorry, Kevin. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Why would you do that? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right to do something like that. Ask. Oh, wait. I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try and be a part of this club. So even if we don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all. that I should really help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches deep into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. What is the book? It is, we'll say that The Rainbow Fish or something. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. But how is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much? Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. Can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Ugh! I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Oh, I forgot about that. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. I will never agree with Kevin aside from that. How did you know, anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? It means you're... I'm not sure how many insults I can hurl at Kevin without being unintentionally mean to all the people Kevin represents. I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box with one book missing in it is probably the most irritating sight in the world. Another thing that I absolutely feel 100%. I know that feel. I get a close look at the box she's admiring. Are Fae Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic, or it's simply terrible. Or Kevin. Maybe you're just uncultured. You just don't know enough. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door. He points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. Liar. I didn't even say it. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Kevin. Consider this a lesson straight from the... Terrifying. Don't judge a book. If I could find like a glitch voice filter, that would be very cool. I'm gonna look into that later. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. He shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there. What? Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. Then she takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsill. She pats the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why is that? I guess it's easier to be closer together like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. Only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. Hello, Usagi. Well, just to give you a quick rundown of what has transpired in the last... It's only been an hour, gosh. So, first off, I'm in physical amounts of pain because of something that happened off-stream, which I will tell that story in a second, because I don't actually think I have told that story yet. But yeah, my entire body hurts. We've entered the dark timeline, and we had our first jump scare. So, that was fun. The jump scare, which I knew was coming, still scared me, which means I am not immune to this game, which means that entertaining clips and such shall be happening quite soon, and I'm both looking forward to it and not looking forward to it, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, Monica made the "you left her hanging" joke, and then I was like, wow, that was dark. And then we got a really cool one of like the special poems that I haven't seen all of those. I don't remember any of them aside from the one from Yuri. My brain just stopped working. What else happened? I mean, yeah, and the game restarted and it's been glitching occasionally, like it does. Well, the jump scare you knew was coming got you? Yeah, I know! No! Also, I've dropped the mic 3. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Okay, hold on. Oh, hi. Okay, cool. So, I might have just damaged my microphone a little bit, but it seems to still be working, and nothing's visibly wrong? Well, yeah. So that just happened. Today has been a fun series of little things like that. But yeah, the jump scare I knew was coming got me. So I'm like, yeah, cool. That happened. And yeah, now we're in the dark timeline. We're gonna see what happens. Speaking of that, nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. He's reading K-On! I kinda grew out of these, since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. You shut your mouth, you uncultured swine. Slice of life is peak. Slice of life is amazing. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince one of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. Have I done that? I'm pretty sure I've done that at some point. I would need to like, my arm. Think about that. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Did you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Oh, since we've done this scene before, I guess I can tell the story about why I am in amounts of pain that are non-negligible. Why can I not just talk like a normal person? So yeah. So today, at my house, it was trash day. Oh, Rage will be here soon? Okay. I guess I'll wait to tell the story until Rage shows up. Because it is a funny story. And yeah, it's a funny story, and it won't be the same if I tell it twice, so. Yeah, we'll wait until he gets here. I guess we can push. Yeah, because I'm not as sore as I was a second ago, so I guess we can push the time back a little. Or we can just push the time back, whatever. Forget I said anything. Oh. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga's for kids. Just have them read anything. Have them read Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man's great. Oh, you're okay? Go ahead and wash your face. I hear the New York air is pretty grimy. That was a terrible joke, and I am sorry. Can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Hello, King Dylan. Thank you. Oh, hey, thank you for the follow, first off, and thank you for the comment on the avatar. I am very proud of this guy. We've come very far. Or, well, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna just stop that train of thought before it goes off the rails. Today is a very weird day. I apologize. Today is a very weird day for me. It makes me want to punch them in the face. Ugh, I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge. Much less friends who are also into it. Much less. Takes a lot of effort, much less. I think I understand that turn of phrase. That is a grammatically incorrect sentence. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I just gravitated towards the other losers over time. That hurts to hear said out loud. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. What does that mean, someone like you? Yeah, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. My dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this. At least it's safe to be here in the club room. Does that show up in the... Yeah, no. It doesn't, because it's being altered. Yeah, because it's being altered, because this is the game. This is how it works. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monika's kind of a jerk about it. Ugh, I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So... hold on, so goes, so? And then Kevin laughs. I can't do laughs, just because in an echoey space. I'm certain eventually I will do the laughs. Geez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. I am just kind of terrified. Time passes. Anytime the screen goes dark, I am wildly uncomfortable. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. It looks like she started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki? Yeah? Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight into me. Oh, this is the part where that comes into play. Yeah, King Dylan or anybody else who has recently or within at least the last, I think, 30-ish minutes joined the stream. The mature tag was there for this specific reason. The game is quite direct when it comes to uncomfortable topics and disturbing things. You know, just be aware. Be aware and proceed at your own risk. It's a great game. I put all of my recommendations behind this game, but you know, it can be intense for people who can't handle that as well. Yep. There it is. I mean, I handled this actually better than I did the first time I saw it. Also, the game's broken. Oh, jeez. Natsuki, are you okay? Wait, hold on. Oh, yeah, this is just completely broken. It's just all gone. Doesn't exist. Here. Monika reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. Actually just says, hey, you're in the way of my mans. Here, have a Scooby snack and go sit in the corner. Throws it in Natsuki's direction. Snatches the bar from the floor. Wow. Wow. I told you not to give her... She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth. Don't worry, Kevin. As long as you don't feed her after midnight, everything's fine. She's fine. It just happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we all share poems now? Can we address, and I know, I've played through, or I've not played through, I have watched a playthrough of it. I know how everything works, but now that I'm here, can we just take a minute to, you know, can we just take a minute to address what just happened? I know we won't, because that's her plan. Devious little mastermind, but, like, we could. I'm just saying it's an option. Why don't we all share poems now? Who should I show my poem to first? Boop. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I share mine with her first. FBI, open up! I'm in a well-lit room. You can't get me, I'm in a well-lit room. I can see the chat log. I'm 4 parallel universes ahead of you this time, Usagi. And catching me off guard with no FBI. Also, there's no door behind me, which I'm realizing is probably the reason that I am afraid of that specific sound effect. Because, like, 7 times out of 8 when I am streaming, there is a door close behind me in some way, shape, or form, or I am, like, listening for the door. So, yeah, that's probably the part. I just hear the banging of the door, and I'm like, oh gosh, no. A family member is going to catch me pretending to be an anime character on the internet. Tradition. Yeah, tradition. Who started that tradition? You could end it. Also, were words spoken recently? No. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, also, you know, if this was just a what's the genre called? Just a dating sim game. The mechanic of making the poem is actually like, it's a fun thing to engage with. Not that I actually play these, but I am certain that most of these do not have that amount of input. I genuinely don't know though. We'll find out as time moves forward. Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Then what's the point of sharing it in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monika said. Well, I'd be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You're supposed to show me some dumb poem, make me go like, ha, no, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. You went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. I feel like in the Not Dark timeline, she was significantly less, for lack of a better term, tsundere. Like, I know that's her character archetype, that she fits well, but, you know, she was less abusive in the Not Dark timeline, the light timeline. The original timeline, that's what I should be saying, the original. So, in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. Yeah, just like the water that I was just drinking. You don't understand anything, do you? Monika's best girl? Oh, absolutely. Monika is just also devious, and I'm like, wait a minute. She's quite devious. I appreciate deviousness, but she is just quite devious. I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that? I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Did you notice that she told you? Oh, I noticed. Believe me, I noticed the first time when I watched this game and I was like, that sounds ominous. And I noticed this time when she said it and I was like, wow, that was just, that was kind of not funny. That was a not funny joke you just made. So evil? Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, she is a devious little munchkin, but we still appreciate her. That's actually interesting. I know the entire plot of this game, but I still like Monika. I wonder why. Maybe my opinion will change by the end of the game. Probably not. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monika will make me if I don't. Oh yeah, we've seen this. This is a good one though. Like, it's a fun little simple poem about how can't be perfect. This is actually kind of a sad poem when you look. Like all the things everything else can do, but we can just try, and that's about it. Wow, this poem is really not optimistic at all. Like, it's quite weak. Did we actually see this before? Huh. That's interesting. I am genuinely not certain if, I don't know if I've gotten this poem before, but this poem was quite bleak. Like, so hopeless. I mean, it's absolutely cool, because, like, it's got all the layers and stuff to it, but... Ooh, excuse me. Had a little bit of a burp there. Yeah, as I was saying, it is a very interesting and cool poem because it masquerades as being super cutesy while also being incredibly bleak and depressing. You actually read into it. I was like, huh, wait a minute, that's actually quite the bleak poem, and that's quite sad. Told you that you weren't gonna like it. What'd you say before that? Yeah. I like it. Didn't even give me the chance to say anything. Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Why do you know this, Kevin? Heck, look at this line. This line is so long. Wait. Oh dear, you're still in ads. Psycho Stream when? Oh, yeah. I am going to do that next week. And the reason that I'm going to do that next week is because next week, well, to not give specifics, next week I will be able to create a space where I can stream for... I can have a consistent amount of time to stream, and I can be loud. And by loud, I mean terrified and screaming. So that's, yes, we will be doing that next week. Apparently, that is what I set the goal to. And since we met the follower goal, I must follow through on the suffering. Why would I agree to that? I don't know. I was probably under duress. I could go back and look for the exact moment that I said this, but at the end of the day, like, I said I was going to do it. I trust that you guys would not lie to me, so I guess we return to the darkness. Oh, I should probably set like challenges to, yeah, no. We will come back to that whenever I am done trying to pretend it's not happening. Anyway, like, I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, and your poem was quite good, better than a lot of poems I've read in real life. But the other nice thing about writing simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Another thing. Look at that, guys. My writing degree is coming in handy. I understand everything she's saying. Does Dan Salvato have a writing degree? Probably not. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. Hold me to that. Wait, what are you holding me to? Are you holding me to the Psycho Stream or my writing degree? That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did ya? Yeah, I guess not. Both? I mean, I would like to, well, I would like to do one of those things, and I'm gonna try and do both of them. We'll see how it goes. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Let no one despise you because you are young. Next. We're saving the best for last. Also probably the most terrifying for last. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh yeah, she's not gonna like this one. Her and Natsuki are at the opposite ends of the spectrum. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. It sucks. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure because it's trash. I guessed that it might be your first time after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad. No. Yes? I'm sorry. Maybe you should stop writing. This game literally forces you to chase every girl until there's just Monika left. I don't remember how it works perfectly because it's been a while. So it's either you do the Sayori thing, or well, the Sayori event happens whatever you do. Go through that. The thing happens with Sayori, and then either yeah, it's what you said where you have to do 2 run-throughs, or it's just this one, but everything breaks. Hello, Rage. Well, there is a way to save them. Yes, but we are playing as if we do not know. You're playing as if we are unaware. Rage. Actually, perfect timing here. I can now tell a story that I have been wanting to tell for the stream. So, as I have said a handful of times, I am actually in not a terrible, it's actually been going down and I can lift my arm again, which that's a new development because I could not lift my arm earlier. I'm in a little bit of pain because I took a bit of a spill, a bit of a tumble earlier today. It was actually kind of funny how it happened. So it was trash day, right? And the house that I am presently in, we are like up on kind of a hill. So there's like, take the dumpster or like the little bin and you have to roll it down to the street where the truck comes to pick it up. So it was really, really full and super, super heavy. So, you know, when you go downhill with a large, heavy thing that's on wheels, gravity tends to grab that and try to pull it down as fast as you can, and the wheels cause it to roll down. All these fun little physics things, which just means the trash can starts going really fast, and I am kind of tall. I am taller than most people, tall enough so that going down an incline with a what's it called? With a trash can that is shorter than me. Yeah, with a trash can that's shorter than me, going down an incline, it was at this angle where it was really uncomfortable to like maintain, and I was also fighting gravity. But then I was like, you know what? What if I just tried running down this hill with this trash can at this weird angle? I knew it was a bad idea because not 1 week before, my brother did a very similar thing, and he just fell. But he was shorter than me. And I didn't know if it was because he was going with that trash can, or if he was carrying 2, because we also have like a small recycling bin on top of the big one. But yeah, so it was rolling, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna chase it and like get it down faster. So so yeah, it was an absolutely bad idea, and here's what happened. So I'm going down, I'm being pulled along by this large trash can at this really weird angle where it's hard for me to control it. And I'm like, yeah, this is fine. This is fine. And as I'm realizing maybe I should stop, I'm so close to the bottom, so I'm like, we'll just keep going. And that, dear listener, is when the pain happened. So like a second after I think, you know what, I'm close enough, I can just send it, I lose complete control of the trash can. Take your trash can fall and raise you, me falling down wooden basement steps that were wet. That's painful, but at least it wasn't completely your own fault. What happened with me was, I was going down, and then I lose control, right? It just goes off the road and onto the grass. It turns, it falls, trash spills everywhere. But the funny thing was, I also fell, and I hit the pavement. or the asphalt, whatever you make driveways out of. Yeah, so I hit it and I like skidded a good foot or two, and I hit pretty hard. So the funny part of this story is like I'm just there groaning. I am listening to I think it's The Last Stand by Sabaton. So just in my ear, I am hearing this heavy metal, just this heavy metal like song about one of the Crusades, I think it was. So first off, the soundtrack to this event was perfect. It was mwah. The Last Stand by Sabaton was the perfect song for this. But also, so I hit the ground, and like I think that was when I got the part during the course like fighting for God, or like thus saith the Lord. I'm like, oh no, my leg was fine. I like landed on my shoulder, and my shoulder and arm and like a little bit of my hip took the entire impact. So yeah, so I'm just like sitting there being in pain, and then my brother, he was behind me with the recycling bin, with the recycling. He walked past me while I am laying on the ground just groaning. He like looked down, he's like, hey, you okay? I'm like, yeah. And then he just keeps walking, he's like, yep, you know, tortoise in the hair. And then, so hold on. So we have two different recycling bins. So he puts the first one down, went back up, and grabbed the bigger one and came back down. And I'm like, hey, dude, you want to make sure that I'm okay? He's like, are you okay? I'm like, I mean, I'm okay, but you just kept walking. He's like, yeah, no, it's fine. It was your fault. So you should know better. And he is objectively correct. It was my own fault. I was fine, and he could see that I was fine. But I was still upset that he just kind of walked past me. And mind you, I'm still listening to, maybe I paused the song. It's a great song. You should look it up. And yeah, so I'm just listening to the song, and I paused it around here. Yeah, he just goes back inside. I pick myself up off the ground, put all the trash can back in the thing, you know, set it up on the road, and I'm like hobbling back up the street, and he's just booking it up the hill because he wanted to get back inside quicker. So like, he just leaves me behind in his dust, and I'm like, just not even limping because my legs are fine, but like, I'm just slowly trudging up this hill with my arm just in several degrees of pain. Get inside, and I'm like, hey, brother, never join the military, because I have this thing about no man left behind, and I think you'd get discharged because you leave your man behind. And to his credit, kind of like, it was your own fault and you were fine. And you know, now that it's been several hours since then, I'm like, yeah, he was right. But at the time, I was quite upset. Asked if I was okay and then laughed at me. I mean, yeah, see, but that's what siblings are supposed to do. They're supposed to ask if you're okay, and then once you're okay, laugh. But he didn't even laugh. He just looked down at me, and like in the parable of the Good Samaritan, walked on, kept on trudging, didn't even look and laugh. Just kept on going. Anyway, that is the source of my pain, and why that is why I asked if you guys were streaming tonight. I was considering postponing until I could like properly use my arm, because I could legitimately not lift my arm a bunch until actually like during the stream, because I'm in a completely different room. Because the setup where I wanted to be would have had it up a little higher than I could have. He's used to you like that. Things happen. It's not specifically me, but like a situation will occur with not frequency, but like, yeah, we are all built out of tougher stuff. He knew that I wasn't dead. He was like, yeah, you okay, and then left. But yeah, I was having trouble lifting my arm. Like right now it's fine, but like still a little sore. Yeah, that's why I asked earlier, because I was thinking about postponing or canceling today, because I couldn't lift my hand up to the table. But that sounds significantly worse than it is. In my place where I am typically streaming from, at home, there's like a large box that is like a foot or so tall that I have to like reach up and click on. Learn your name because your sister yelled it out in the background. Yeah, they're not here right now. This is why or not they. She's not here, and my youngest brother and my mother aren't here. There are a lot of us. The Shandel clan is quite massive. But yeah. So that's that story. And I was considering canceling because my typical box is too high for where my arm was comfortable being. So I was like, well, I mean, I can't sit still for 2 hours and do that because then my arm will say, "We outie," and then just disconnect. How's my arm now? It's actually doing pretty well. Like, during the stream, it just kind of fixed itself. Like I said, we shandles, we're built from tougher stuff. Like, after the first impact, it's been long enough. My body is pretty much fine. I have like a little bit of a scrape, nothing really major. Like, I'm glad that I ended up doing the stream. Just kind of keep going with it. Kept going with it. Yeah. You're also a Peralta? Yes, but like, there's the hyphen. It's the, I am a Shandel Peralta. I am a Shandel before I am a Peralta. So I get the immunity, or the resistance to the non-magical damage. The funny story? Yeah, it's a great story. I'm very happy that it happened. And I am also glad that I'm okay, because I was worried for a second that I wasn't, because I hit pretty hard. But yeah, we are all cool. And Yuri's just been roasting us in the background, which is fine. That's what she does. You mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. So is this one of the scary ones? I don't remember any of her poems, aside from the first one. Oh, yeah. This is the first one. Linguini Shandel Peralta is strong. Yep. People are gonna think that's your real name. I mean, it is my real name. Absolutely. That is the truest name there is. The name of this human vessel is not true name. My true name is Shandel. I am from beyond the stars. You're not ready for that information yet, but you will be in time. I've wanted to do that for a while. That was fun. Yeah, this poem is so dense. I could never understand this. Let me see if I can now. Tenders my hair, illuminate below. Bathing, it must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try. It's too heavy for me. Your handwriting is fine. Oh wow. I have both run out of water and talked for so long that I am not sure how long I can sustain these voices. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty basic. Simp. Oh, I'm not allowed to say that on Twitch anymore, am I? I'm just gonna keep saying it. That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems, I can tell. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. You just left some positive feedback on my... Wait, which channel? On my... Wait, I'm just going to assume my Twitch channel. I don't know how that works, actually. There are so many things that I'm still, like, learning how to do. Twitch. Yeah, cool. I'm pretty sure I disabled all the extra links on the Twitch channel anyway, because I have to fix things. Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate that. I'm not sniffing out of tears. I'm sniffing out of, not sickness, just maybe allergies? Nah, I don't have allergies. I am immune to allergies. Since it's our first time sharing, it's okay, you can happy cry. No. I have no problem happy crying. I am just not happy crying. Dang it, I forgot what I was saying. Oh, yes. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Kevin. Oh gosh, I forgot she's one of these. I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. Yeah, they usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. Now, as someone who considers himself to be a writer first and foremost, she is correct, but she is explaining this in the worst possible way. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Were there actually, it wouldn't show in here. There was no ghost stuff in the poem. It's just like the flickering and the past. Whatever. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. And soon to be left with nothing. Kevin. I know. I hate it. I hate that I have named him Kevin. I can't understand what the thought process of myself was. Actually, when I realized that my mic was cutting out a lot before, the good mic, that was when I was looking through that VOD trying to find the moment I named him Kevin. But then I was like, oh gosh, the mic sucks. So then I complained about it, and then I realized you were online, and I was like, oh, I'll just watch the stream. I'm gonna go back and see if I can't find that. I've been wanting to start going back through and like doing clips. Because clips are fun, I just haven't done that yet. But I'm going to. And then other things. I rabbit trailed. What was I talking about first? Oh, yes. Kevin. It's a lot more solid now putting it that way. I hate his name. I hate his name. It undercuts all dramatic tension. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Whenever they say his name, part of me inside just cringes so hard it's like having a heart attack. I hate it. It's pain. It's nothing really. I will never use the name Kevin like that again. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. What'd you say? Oh, that's impressive. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Why did I name him Kevin? I think I named him Kevin because I thought it was funny, and I didn't really comprehend the fact that I was going to have to spend 20 plus hours playing this game, having to look at the character that I am piloting and realizing that his name is Kevin, and I cannot change it. Now, for anyone who is named Kevin who is watching, I am not throwing shade at your name. I am throwing shade at the name Kevin being used in this particular circumstance. And it's just decent. I'm sorry. I just can't think of the name Kevin outside of Minions nowadays, just because it's been so oversaturated and my head is just like completely scrambled. I am not throwing shade at the name Kevin. If you have a name, your name is great. Never feel bad about your name. Unless your name is like a misspelling of a normal word, in which case, don't feel bad about it, but it is I'm just gonna shut up now because I realized there was no way for me to put that thought that was not essentially just bullying. All names are great. Don't give your names to fairies. They'll steal it. He's lying. I'm just gonna call him Rage Kevin Gaming now. That is his name. RKG, Rage Kevin Gaming. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Why are you counting on him to learn? Like tell like a 2-year-old that you're counting on them to learn to read. Anyway, let's talk to Monica. Just Monica. Hi, Kevin. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. After. Don't worry, Kevin. Your channel is now Chandelarian. Oh, well, good thing that name's changing soon. Oh, what's this? Oh, random notification that... I promise I have a good attention span. Don't worry, Kevin. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? That's the sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Kevin. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. I can't do that. My throat will actually just disintegrate into blood. I'm changing my... Oh, who said that? Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. Kevin also laughs. To answer your question, Usagi... I mean, the answer is, that is a plan that I am working on. There are plans that are being done. But yeah, that is all I will say about that for now. I wanna keep it as a bit of a surprise when I eventually finish the things. Or the thing. Yep. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. She'll cling to you like a puppy. Like, she just... You can't say it like that. Folks in corner, because I have to rework things I made for you with that chandeliering work on it. I don't know how to respond to that. My brain is absolutely fried. I suddenly feel bad now. I'm sorry. Did not think about that. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's in a fussy mood pretty often. You can't just say it like that. But sometimes she just loses all of her strength and shuts down. You can't just say it like that. Everything is PSD files? Okay. I still feel kind of bad, but I'm just gonna shut up. Ah. Why? No, get away. Ugh. Ew. Like earlier. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. Stop. But hey, some guys are into petite girls too, you know? Sorry, just trying to look at the bright side. You're terrible. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. Doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh yeah, these are different. These are all different. Hole in the wall. But he wasn't looking at me. I hate that worked. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glance at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. I really like this because I think this is one of the the game has like certain things that come out specifically when you are streaming, and this might be referring to you guys in the chat. This line here about, are there others in this room, are they talking, or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? I think that's very cool. I think this game is very cool. I'm pretty sure that I've gone on record saying that I have a decent obsession with this. Oh no, I broke my popsicle stick. Didn't want to do that. Didn't know it changed if you're streaming? It does. There are like really small changes. I don't know them. I just know they exist. And I know that there's one. I know there's one at the end that changes. I don't remember how it works. So we'll just have to remember it later. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Hold on. I want to see if I can... Well, first off, you'll save. And now, I want to check the thing. Is there no way to... I don't know if there's a way to view poems. I'm so confused. Oh wait, is it the same song? Wait, is it the same song? I'm so confused. Interesting. Ah. No. Everything is broken. It's fine. Boop. Oh, you saw Kevin in a Minions ad? That's funny. Ooh. Ads. Yeah, ads suck, don't they? But, you know, a great way to get around ads, and also, wow, I'm bad at this. Sorry, let me try again. What's up, gamers? I know ads can be pretty not pogtastic. Do you know what a pretty sick, slick, and absolutely out of this world way is to get around the ads and support your favorite creators? If you have an Amazon Prime account, you can link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account and get access to the Twitch Prime Gaming, which gives you one free subscription to use every single month. You heard me correctly, every single month, one free subscription. Just go on down, hit that subscribe button on my Twitch channel, and you can use your free Twitch subscription to your Amazon Prime account to not only skip the ads, but also get that warm fuzzy feeling knowing that you're supporting your favorite Pog champion streamer. Oh, that felt really bad, but we got it out. And now that it's gone, I can pretend it never happened and delete it from the log so that it never exists again. I hated that so much. Oh, that was so painful. Alright, back to being a regular functioning human being. Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. I've been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a certain point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down. Oh, wait. Error. What error has occurred? You are not broken, are you, Twitch? That would be quite sad and not very happy. No breaking, please. Please hold. I don't know. Why is it not working anymore? Huh. It's not breaking, stream is still live? Interesting. Then why? Weird. I guess it's just my, my non-brand specific tablet device that is acting up. Huh. That's weird. I mean, it's not the first time that something like that's happened. So... I mean, this is why we carry backups. I mean, as long as it's working smoothly for you guys. That is the most important thing. My power has been weakened. I've lost the Sword of Light. Oh, don't worry, Rich. Let me push some buttons and we'll regain your power for it, buddy. Don't worry, I got your back. Wait, do I? Hold on. I go to boop, boop. Ah, there are all the buttons that I forgot how work. Oh wait, hold on. I just realized. This Rage guy, that's a new account. I actually don't know this guy very well. Oh, I don't know if I can just hand out mod privileges like that. Ooh. Ah, we might have to wait a little longer to make sure that we can trust it. You know how it is. Usagi, you got it. You understand. You understand how things around here. There we go. I can now see the chat. Or I can now see the chat off to the side without having to have all the things. Really? Hey. No shade to you, my man. But you know, we just have to, here on the Chandelarian channel, I prioritize my safety and the enjoyment of my viewers to the utmost. And you know, part of that is making sure that I don't give too much power to the wrong people too quickly. So, you know, we gotta see how you engage around, how you interact with other people, and then, you know, send another reapplication in, send it through the proper channels, have my people look at it, and then we'll get back to you. Ooh, ow. Just burped on my own joke. That was painful, and also I didn't know that was possible. Okay, what were you saying before I had to leave? If you try so hard to make it perfect and never make any progress, just force yourself to get something down to the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. She is correct, and this is why she's best girl, because she has helpful writing tips that actually work. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Phew. Guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. It was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Ah, no! The music changed. I mean, it's back now. Oh no, I have to do it again. PogChamp, my gamers. Let's give a big shout out to Silver Usagi X for the Prime subscription. Remember to renew that subscription at the end of the month to never see another ad. Oh, it's physically painful. Oh. Oh. It hurts. I'm not doing that anymore. Oh. Wait, what? I can't actually see what it does. Wasn't Prime, that was uncomfortable. Oh yeah, it's absolutely. Wait, did you not see when I did it before? I guess you probably wouldn't have, because you might have been an ad. Yeah. I assumed another persona to do the sellout for me, and then it was incredibly painful, so I'm not gonna do that anymore. Unless, of course, funny. Then I might do it. But no. I don't think I would ever find that funny, because it hurt me. Hate that voice. Ugh. Ugh. I think I became a skater boy named Jake. Wearing hats backwards. Carrying boom boxes on my shoulder. Ugh. Imagine. Horrifying. Also, that wasn't Prime, which makes that even cooler. So thank you so much for that. I very much appreciate it. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems will stand up to theirs. This is about literature. This is a literature poem. Drinks Monster every day. Wait, have we done... That sounds like something that you said, and I have definitely done that voice at some point in the distant past. Oh my gosh, we might be caught in a time loop. I might have done this before. Please don't do that anymore. Oh, you don't have to ask. I didn't like it. It hurt. I'm just gonna have to learn how to do it myself. Or a Kevin? No. Kevin, that was not a Kevin voice. Across the room, Monika's writing in her textbook. I wasn't paying attention. Ah, yes. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. But why? Why don't you talk to Monika? They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. That's awesome. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. I don't want to make a Skater Boy avatar for you. That would be a funny thing. Just do an entire stream in that voice. Oh. Oh, pain and suffering. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns to... Imagine... Feel like, I don't know. I've never played Tony Hawk Pro Skater, but imagine like I just do an entire stream with a voice that you would assume to be found in Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Actually, that sounds like a terrible idea, and I am going to just pretend I didn't say it. Do a recording with that avatar. Oh. Gosh, that's actually not a terrible idea. Well, we'll return to that. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Oh, the quality of the voices is dropping. Jeez. Come on, Chandler, pull yourself together. Thanks, but I didn't... it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. Huh. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Kevin did too. Ooh, that word. It's gonna be a PTSD. It's like 10 years from now, I'm gonna hear the name Kevin and be like, not Kevin. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. No, don't write banana, because then I'm going to hear that in the minion voice, and then that is going to just ruin me. Anyway, what Yuri's saying here, no, don't, never. A true writer is open to inspiration at every point of every day and any time. Any kind of feedback, even from someone you perceive as of a lesser skill level than you, is valuable feedback. Which I haven't yet. And Kevin liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. You guys are arguing like children. Anyway, something's about to break, isn't it? Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Kevin appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one who's... I forgot about that. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. What? Oh gosh. Me? Oh dear. Uh-oh. Ladies and gentlemen, we have re-entered the dark timeline. I want to be done with this. I want to be out. I don't like this. Oh gosh, she said the cut thing. Oh no. Help. Help. Oh no. Kevin! She's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. Help. It's broken. Where's the Monica option? I mean, this entire conversation, no one is now... The moral high ground has been lost. Oh yeah, it's just broken. Help. 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 Get it away. Oh gosh. Well, that was nice. I appreciate this. You know what? Maybe we just leave it here. Also, this is more unsettling, so I'm just going to click again. Go away. Please. Make it stop. Help. 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 Ugh. I am so terrified. Hey, Kevin, why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Laughing noise. Some president I am, right? Can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Why does my mic sound crinkly? Or is that just... Yeah, that's just me.
It
that
was
is
at this
just my
moment
head.
that he knew. He fucked up.
Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. Oh no. He quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. That face was creepy. Welcome to the game. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. What did you say, Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said. Or did. Kevin, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget about it. Will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one. I'll wait for you to be done. Watching everything. Seeing everything. There is no classroom. No club. There is no game. There is only Monica. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. Kinda sounds like you don't want me to be around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Kevin. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. I really appreciate. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Doom doom. Doo doo. Doo 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 doo. Doo 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 doo. I like this game, and I don't know, just kind of being able to play it makes me very happy. So interesting that this game, it's weird that this game I like as much as I do. Because it, like, I don't know. It's a very simple game, but it just has had a very, very big effect on me. I think it's cool. You know that sometimes on the phone screen, Monikachi will show up on the bottom? I did forget that, but I do remember that that is a thing that would happen occasionally. I don't remember if that happened in the not dark timeline or if that just happens in the dark timeline. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Hold on. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, Kevin. Ah, hi, Yuri. Not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at a desk, and surprisingly, Monika isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before. And something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here, why are we... You should be telling her that you're not the one you talked to. Apologize to... Not you? Well, you weren't the one she didn't mean it to. You were a bystander. This is literally... This is... Okay. Let me just think about it for a second. Yeah. No. This is the equivalent of shooting someone in the foot and then turning to the person who was standing nearby and is like, hey, sorry you had to see that. Apologize for shooting the person in the foot. Please. At all. Like... Don't... Oh, gosh. Whatever. I'm really glad you're such an understanding person. And I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything is a little bit brighter with you around and... Sorry. What am I saying right now? I just... Hey, have you guys seen Monika? Yes. No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was. Man. Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either. Either. Huh? How do you say that? You say either or either? I've heard it both ways. I think I mostly say either. Either. Yeah, I mostly say either. But either might be more correct? Yuri is clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. No, I haven't. Jeez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. Gasp. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Natsuki, about yesterday. I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said, and I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So, Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Eh? Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? Yep. Gasp. But I'll accept your apology anyway if it makes you feel better about it. Helps you. Here's a question. Does her smile seem genuine? It's a weird question to ask about a, what's the term? About a drawing. But I can't tell if that smile seems like it's fake or seems like it's real. To me, it kind of seems like it is not real. But like like her posture, like, I don't know. Maybe I am putting a little too much thought into how the things are drawn. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear, since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. Laughter. Yeah, see, that's a real smile. Maybe I'm overthinking. Maybe I've only started to scratch at the secrets. Who knows? I don't hate you. Laughter again, with another genuine smile. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Aw, thank you very much, Quiet. Rage Gaming. I appreciate any and all support. Wait, what? What do you say? Oh. Hey, because you're on trial. Cool. Kevin, you're the worst person in this room. And one of you is a... Monica. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Hi, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Nah. Well, Natsuki was. I was not. What took you so long anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I just kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it, since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. Oh, you played music as well, Monica? Don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet. Still, that must require a lot of dedication. So I'm still impressed. Aw, well thanks, Yuri. You should play something for us sometime. That's... Monica looks at me. Well, I am working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. That sounds cool. Like, I don't understand perfectly how perspective works, but I just really enjoy the fact that the way her eyes stare directly at you works from anywhere. Because, like, if you lean to the side, Yuri's eyes and Natsuki's eyes are kind of fixed on a point, and they, like, follow. They, like, I don't know, it feels less like it's peering into your soul than Monica. I think that's cool. Every time I play this game, I say that at least 5 times. I look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down. Monica smiles sweetly, while shunting all other sprites off screen. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I keep saying things moving out the corner of my eyes. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. I'm not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I choose not to bring up anything that the 3 of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki's already run off into the closet. Kevin, since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you would like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. I suppose so. I don't think I could say no to you after you gave that book to me. Well, I guess I need to make sure Natsuki isn't waiting for me. After we finished reading yesterday, she's fine. She's reading over there. See? Don't think about her so much. That's exactly what she said, right? Oh, wait. Boop. Yep. She's used to being ignored. Come on, we're going over here. I really want to get, like, a vocal modulator or something. Just, like, something that would be, like, a little fun thing that I could, play around with here. Because, like, I don't know, it feels like a waste to just be saying normal words when the text starts glitching and stuff. I don't know. Things to think about. What's the story about anyway? Well... I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There is the, what's the thing? The game theory thing. Oh, and thank you for the... Hold on. Nope, I'm not doing Skater Boy Jake. Thank you for the Prime subscription, Quiet Rage Gaming. It is highly appreciated. And hey, look, even the sound went off. Everything is kind of working. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? No kidding, Kevin. what ticked you off to the fact that it was a little dark? Maybe all of it? Anything? It's fine. Fine. You can't be held responsible for your own shortcomings, can you? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. What part of this sounded like from the beginning, it sounds like a dark story. And then continues to sound like a dark story. Still sounds like a dark story. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Kevin? No, it's not that. I don't think Kevin's a fan of anything. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. Can you? No, my microphone! I'm sorry. Wait, why is the music fading? That was terrifying. I'm just gonna have my hand on the mic. I should have done that so long ago. Yeah, my hand is just holding this microphone up and making sure nothing bad happens to it. Oh yeah, sorry to anyone who was wearing headphones when that happened. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless. Oh, wait. I think I might have misread the first part of that. Oh, yeah. Then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole... Wait. Huh? Oh. I know what that was about. Okay, cool. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Oh, that was the other book. The other book that she gave him. The one for children. We're saying that it was, we'll say it's Old MacDonald's Farm. She gave him Old MacDonald and then immediately jumps to Silence of the Lambs. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. I do slip into those desks. Oh, no, those chairs slide. The music is quieting down, and that's unsettling. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. All right. I open the book and start with the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. Not a particularly bad thing. I like being possessed. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just bathing in the feeling of your body. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Oh, wait, why did I read that in Yuri's voice? It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. Ah, I guess this makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah, I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. Actually, kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. Ah, that song wouldn't work here. Dang. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Ah, that's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. Oh, yeah, just a little, like, personal story. This is a thing that I have struggled with. Just, like, being aware of the fact that people read slower than I do. Because saying that I am more like Yuri than most characters in this game, well, first off, is just wrong. I'm not the character archetype of the bookish sweetheart in a Japanese dating sim, but also, like, these are all characters. But I was the real, I was the nerd. I was the reader in school. Actually, a funny thing. When I was in like between 5th and 6th grade, I made a point to find the lunch table that had all the weird kids at it, because all the weird kids were the kids I wanted to be friends with. Because I was like, yeah, the weird kids will be more honest and they aren't fake, so I'm gonna be friends with them. Now, did I learn that from High School Musical? Potentially. Did it pay off? Absolutely. I became a band kid. I read. I'm a VTuber now. I think that I made the best possible choice, and I'm in the best possible timeline. Well, maybe not best possibly. My shoulder still is a little sore. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. The weird kids? Yes, so I kid you not, thoughts verbatim was that. So I was like, because we had just moved schools. I wanted to make friends that I liked and were like me, and I considered myself abnormal because, like, looking back, I read so much more than most kids do or did. Do I think that's a bad thing? No. In fact, I think everybody should read. Reading's great. But I wrote a, like, short story in kindergarten and then gave it to a bunch of my class. Kindergarten or first grade? One of the two. Yeah, I was just weird, and I was like, you know what? I'm weird, so I'm gonna be friends with other weird people, because maybe I'll find a kindred spirit. And it was great. The nerds were I think specifically what my thoughts were was, like, I wanted to be friends with the nerds because I considered myself to be a nerd and I thought being a nerd was cool. Probably came from some kind of channel thing for nerds, but I don't care. My first friends were really cool. I am very happy with the people that I met. Brain stopped working. Shandlebrain.exe stopped working. You would have sat with me and exchanged books. You were that kind of nerd. Yeah, and I would have thought you were weird because I had this, like, weird relationship with socializing. It was weird. Anyway, back to the game. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. Wait, are you not reading? Oh. Yeah, you're just reading. Okay, cool. Channel.exe has crashed. Yep. Ooh, I'm gonna write that down for something. I'll just make a mental note. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost felt like an intimate exchange. Rage, I completely forgot that gaming used to be the weird thing. Oh my gosh. I loved all the like computer games as a kid, and when we got our first like our dad, I think it was my dad actually. He got us an Xbox 360 and we were so excited. The first games we had Sonic 06, which is objectively a terrible game, and then we had some Kinect games, and we might have had one other Xbox game. All of our stuff was multi. But yeah, Sonic 06, we got so much mileage out of, and that game is near and dear to each of me and my brother's hearts. But the game sucks, and we are all like, yeah, no, game sucks. We legitimately, there are parts of the game we couldn't finish when we were younger because it was so broken that it was nigh unplayable, and yet we can play it. And I think that's why we have the ability to adapt well to other games. It's because we had to deal with the jank of Sonic 06. Yeah, my entire family's weird, but we're weird in the good way. Um, we're weird in the best way. Anyway, back to voice. The main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Huh? No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses everything she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. Oh, she's got like the little flecks of red in her eyes. I don't remember if that was there before or not. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling all right? Huh? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. Here's my theory. You are presently shoulder rubbing and reading a book together, and she's not used to dudes. But maybe I'm thinking about this too hard. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... Why are you paying attention to her breathing, you weirdo? Breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. It's not how you check your breathing. Whatever. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What time is it? Oh, actually, I am running slightly late. Yes. Cool. I wonder if... Oh, pictures. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know it did that. These are actually, like, cool wallpapers. Wait, you can set the metaverse thing wallpaper? Hold on. Can I... Just to see. Yes, set as wallpaper. Back. Achievement unlocked. Error. Oh, it won't let me. Set as wallpaper. Back out. Yeah, it works for all of them but her. Because she's been deleted. Anyway, that's the one we're going to set it to for now. Just because it's funny. But yeah. I am overtime. I don't even know why this matters. I don't come in here for anything. Sure, we'll play that. Yeah. Let me just set this up here so I can use my hands. I am actually a little later than I thought I was going to be. Thank you all for... No, actually, this is fine. I can't hear. Yeah. So thank you all for showing up. I had a lot of fun. My arm started working normally. This was a very, very good stream. We'll go ahead. But yeah. I will be back tomorrow around the same time. Around like 1-ish. There's hidden stuff in the files in there though. Yes, that is true. I will probably go and trawl through that just at my own time. I don't know if I will do that on... Yeah, I had a lot of fun. Sounds like you guys had a lot of fun, which I'm very excited about. Now I am going to quickly go and let Mama Shandle in the house. I don't know if you could hear the doorbell, but yeah. Yeah, I'll be back around same time tomorrow. We will either be streaming Anno or something else if I suddenly get the urge to do that. Yeah. Thank you all. I will see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. And yeah, that's it. Okay, bye. Hold on. Bye.